If you clicked on this video, most likely you know or have suspicions that extraterrestrials are already here on Earth. I wanted to share sources and my thoughts on what is being shown over the media and by the word of mouth so far. This is my humble perspective based on my own research, feelings, and experiences on the subject. Please take what I'm saying and others say with a grain of salt. Do your own research, use your heart to reverberate with whatever truths you resonate with. Thank you for your time. Please feel free to skip around if you wish. In the past, with our ancestors, we always knew that solstices were important. We had festivals during these times. We had time to settle down and go inwards and basically plan within ourselves, like, what do I want to see in my life? What would I like to create? And this equinox, this season of December, is also going to purge out all of the dirt that has been done against humanity, because as she said, that basically we are going to become obsessive about the truth. And if you guys have been noticing about the politics or the celebrity news, we are slowly going to see all the shit that has been going on, against the woman, that has been going against the children, because this is a matriarchal planet. This is a planet that is of the woman. And that's not to say that there's anything against men, but this is a female planet, and the woman has been disempowered, and there's a reason for it, because she basically is the goddess. We are the goddesses of this earth, and our energy needs to be strengthened and maintained in order for equilibrium on this planet. Sovereignty is going to be sought by a lot of us. Maybe you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, I really just want to leave my job, or I really want to get away from this person. Like, you're starting to feel the ick. You're starting to feel all the horrors of the energies around you. You're more sensitive to it, and you're like, I'm just going to get out of this system. I'm going to get out of the rat race. And when we start doing that, we'll see that it falls immediately, because we have been giving our energy to the system, and it's been maintained by our energy. And I think a lot of people are going to start to notice, like, wow, I need to start taking my kid out of school. I need to start getting out of this place. I need to start getting out of this city that basically sucks all of the energy out of you by putting you in boxes in radiation. And there's just so many tricks that have been against us, and we're going to slowly start realizing it. We're going to be in our own sovereignty, and the faster that all of us start to realize it, the more that this crumbling piece is going to come apart. And the aliens, I have to keep mentioning the aliens because that is what everything is about, is they are here to help us in our next transition, and they're here to take away all of the dirty players that have been doing their shit for a while. And that is all you need to know. No matter what happens, no matter what you see in the sky, it's going to happen. There has been a mothership over the US for a long time. People have been noticing it. It's just there, it's just there, and it's going to reveal itself. It has its own gravitational force, so it can cloak itself in the clouds. And I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of the UFOs that are able to cloak themselves, but they're kind of peering out now because they know that we're ready to see it. So why not just poke out and show you guys what's gonna happen next? Alright, so we're gonna watch a few more videos just to cement that they are here, they are doing their thing, and they are taking out the negative forces and energies that have been on the planet for a while. So I wanted to show you guys. Recently, as in last time, came out with new rules as a 20. Okay, so this is the Pentagon, and they said these were drones over the Pentagon. Regardless if you believe they're drones or not, this is still a signal to our conscious that some new things are happening, so I wanted to show this to you guys.
The fuck is this shit? But the Oscars recently, as in last night, came out with new rules as of 2024. You actually have to fulfill certain rules in order for your picture to be eligible for Best Picture. What the fuck is that? Or female representation on screen. It's about the Pentagon. Or, I guess, yeah, really, this is something in the on screen. Or a certain number.
Okay, let's play one more time.
The fuck is this shit? But the Oscars recently, as in last night, came out with new rules as of 2024. You actually have to fulfill certain rules in order for your picture to be eligible for Best Picture. What the fuck is that? Or female representation on screen. It's about the Pentagon. Or, I guess, yeah, really, this is something.
If you guys have noticed, there has been like 3 to 4 hour meetings, hearings at the Pentagon where they are talking about UFOs. And why are they doing that? What does that mean? What is that signaling to our consciousness, our subconscious? What are we supposed to get from that? Basically, they're basically signaling to us, as I mentioned, they're going to send us signs and signals and warnings before things start happening that yes, UFOs do exist, and the government has been in cahoots with them for a very, very long time, since the government has basically been established. And there has been the good aliens and the bad aliens, but they have been in cahoots, they have been in communication, and they're going to start revealing it to us like, yes, we have been talking to them, we have been using the same technology, we also have our own UFOs, which are probably not as advanced as the other aliens, but they're still there, and they're going to start revealing all of that shiz to us. His reaction is warranted. I would probably say the same thing, and we're going to probably see a lot of that happen, and they're going to say it's drones to like throw us off, but it could have been drones in that video because honestly it kind of looks like drones, but they're just signaling. It's more like a signal, like a warning, like you're going to see more shit that's going to happen. There's going to be more things that are going to happen, and it's going to be revealed to you that there's a big ass mothership over America right now. So might as well prepare the human consciousness for that. For the people that are awake and that are not awake, they're going to slowly start to integrate our conception of aliens. They're there. They've always been there. They've always been talking to the government. They've always been talking to the evil forces, because some of them are aliens that have been on this planet. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the next video.
This is the clearest video of a UFO recorded recently. In the footage, an intrigued pilot uses his cell phone to capture a strange metallic object he sees in the distance. Shortly after, the object passes just a few feet away from the plane. At that moment, the pilot realizes he might have recorded the most solid evidence of these mysterious ships. This video reopens the debate whether these crafts are secret human technology or of extraterrestrial origin. This is the clearest video of a UFO recorded recently. In the footage, an intrigued pilot uses his cell phone to capture a strange metallic object he sees in the distance. Shortly after, the object passes just a few feet away from the plane. At that moment, the pilot realizes he might have recorded the most solid evidence of these mysterious ships. This video
Alright guys, so that was the video, and honestly, there are tons of videos, there's tons of TikToks that are circulating around. I just wanted to show you guys one of them. I'm not really sure if that's the government UFO or if that's one of the aliens. I'm going to assume it's one of the governmental ones, but they are circulating around. They're just like doing whatever they want. And in the next video, I'm going to show you a guy who is on the news, which is kind of crazy because there's been so many pilots over the past decades that have been like, yeah, I saw some shit up in the air, but now they're starting to display it on the news, basically signaling to us that yes, they are here, they are doing their thing, they're going to intervene in eliminating the dark forces or the entities that have been doing shit to humans for a while, and it's gonna scare a lot of people, but if you're watching this, at least you're going to be mentally... Okay, so this is the next video that I wanted to show you guys, and it's called Oregon Pilot Puzzled by Mysterious Bright Lights in the Sky. I think you guys might have seen this, but there are a lot of videos like this coming out, so I just wanted to show you guys this example that, yes, regular pilots in the sky are just starting to see more and more of this activity.
I guess I'm just as curious as everybody else. I'd just like to know what it was we saw.
Lifelight pilot Joe Bewley has seen objects moving across the night sky before, including satellites and shooting stars. But the bright orange light spotted above the Eugene area was clearly different.
The biggest thing that stood out is it was changing directions. Usually things don't change directions.
Audio recordings captured his conversation with air traffic controllers.
Red in color, moving at extreme speed, so I don't even know how to describe that after. So
you are cleared to maneuver as necessary left and right to avoid the UFO out there.
At least 4 commercial pilots spotted the same mysterious bright lights above Oregon this weekend.
We're seeing 3 or 4 targets. Yeah, they're all altitudes, up and down. It's pretty crazy.
Bewley said the lights showed up on his aircraft's collision avoidance system.
On my TCAS, traffic collision avoidance system, it's in one of my middle screens of the Pilatus. You can see aircraft on it usually, and I saw a target that would stop right on that ring, and before it would go back out over the horizon, disappear out over the horizon off the ocean.
So your aircraft's collision avoidance system was picking something up, and yet it wasn't showing up on other radar?
ATC said they couldn't see it.
Researcher Douglas Bittner believes the eye-catching lights may be reflection from Starlink satellites launched by SpaceX to provide broadband internet.
And literally all it is it's the sun is hitting the satellite just right, and it's being reflected back into your eye.
The Lifelight pilot didn't think it was a satellite because of the odd movement he witnessed, along with his crew. Kyle Boshi, KGW News.
A satellite.
I guess I'm just as curious.
Okay, so obviously that was not a satellite, but I wanted to show you guys that video because they're putting more and more of this on the spotlight in the news. We just need to make sure that we're paying attention to it, and we're mentally preparing ourselves and be like, okay, they are just doing their thing up in the air. They don't give a fuck anymore. Having, you know, United pilots up in the air seeing the same type of stuff going on. Okay, I don't know if I want to show you guys this one or not. It's like 5 minutes, so I might like skip that one right there. I'll put it in the link. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to show you guys was about Project Bluebeam. I'm not going to do an entire video on this, but I'm going to give you a quick synopsis so you guys understand. There is a CIA project or things that have been written in the CIA pages in the files, and one of them was Project Bluebeam, where basically the Vatican or all the governments basically convene on the fact that they would like to have a one world system, a one world government, and in order to do that they need to use some sort of trick, illusion on the people, because they do have the technology to basically project UFOs, basically project that there is a coming of Christ or a Christ-like figure that would trick the people into thinking, hey, the aliens are here, or Jesus is back, there's a hippie in the sky that's coming down to save us all. And Project Bluebeam also deals with the aliens. It also deals with this fact that they're trying to scare humanity. They want us to be in this state of fear where we basically give away our power and we say, okay, we're so afraid, so we're just going to allow this one world government to happen. We're going to allow the one world religion to happen because we need someone else to take care of us. We need to like let down our sovereignty because this is way too scary. Yes, the technology does exist. They can make an illusory, they can project basically that there's an alien invasion or there's a Christ figure that does come back. And I'm just going to play this video where this guy kind of explains it really quick, basically what I just did right now, but I'm just going to play this quick clip.
There is this very mysterious conspiracy called Project Bluebeam. It's this idea that someday someone will fake a supernatural event. But the reason why they would do this is to cover up the second coming of Jesus. See, in this theory, everything would lead up to the creation of a one-world religion. People will worship this beast that can perform signs and miracles, but as the nations willingly give themselves over to this beast, ultimately, it will lead them on a quest for self-destruction. There is this very
Okay, so just like he was talking about, that is basically what the dirty players, or that is basically what the evil forces want to do. They want to scare the people out of their own sovereignty. They want us not to get back into this Christ consciousness. They don't want us to realize that there is no God outside of us that is going to come and basically protect us, save us from anything. We're not going to give away our power anymore. We're done with that trick. There is no government that can help you. There is no government that's going to give you access to more things than you already have. Like, you are God, you are the creator. There's nothing else that could come from anybody else. So you need to be aware. We need to be aware that basically there could be signs of UFOs or an alien invasion. There could be UFOs that are projected in the sky that are not necessarily real. And I don't think they're going to do the second coming of any Christ. They're not going to project that, because all of that shit is not going to work out in the first place, because a lot of us are waking up anyway, so why go through that motion? Okay, we're going to watch this one. It's called the Project Bluebeam Uniting the World with a Hoax Threat from Outer Space.
Werner von Braun on his deathbed in 1974 told a member of my team, Carol Rosen, that their plan is to create, eventually, an hoax, a threat from outer space, to try to unite the world like Independence Day, the movie, in a sort of a military global junta of humans against aliens. It's all nonsense, it's BS. But it sells well. It sells movies, it sells tickets, it sells books.
This is the Bluebeam, Project Bluebeam?
Yeah, that related to that. And I've met with many men who've been on operationally, like literally have been operational in those programs. It went from really clunky stuff, like the Betty and Barney Hill abduction. People think that was alien. It wasn't. It was us. Late 50s, early 60s. And I think President Obama's actually working on a documentary about that. And it was an interracial couple, and very interesting.
I basically wanted to insert Project Bluebeam into this video for you to take into awareness that there are technologies that the government has that could project, UFOs. They can project a lot more things that would cause a lot of fear, and that we should not be afraid of whatever is shown to us, because a lot of the 3D world is very much like a dream. It's very much like an illusion, so we should not be afraid of that whatsoever. And you need to use your heart space, use your intuition, and say, okay, that UFO is real, that UFO is not. That's just a part of Project Bluebeam. I don't think it's going to be initiated. I don't think Project Bluebeam is going to have any substance, because we're waking up at a fast rate and a lot of things are happening, and I don't think they're going to go through that. But the fear is there, the warning, the threat is there, and we need to take it upon ourselves to use our God awareness and ask ourselves, what is going on? Is the government behind this or not? Or is this truly the aliens from different planets that are here to help us in our ascension or not? And they are here, guys. I'm sure that after this, if you want to go take a look on TikTok or whatever social media platform you use, and you can see that there are regular people in their backyards just basically like taking videos and saying, wow, I see this. I see something cloaked in the clouds. And it is there. There's no doubt about it. This video is just for you to prepare yourself, prepare your heart, basically take it upon yourself to go inwards and do your daily rituals and practices so you can continue on your ascension journey. You can quickly ascend with all of us on this heart frequency and take your sovereignty back and not be tricked anymore. We cannot be tricked anymore. They cannot do it. And we're going to see a lot of dirty truths because, again, Churchill has said that the truth is stranger than fiction, and we're going to see all of the things that were fabricated against us. And I don't want to make this a long video, but I do want to end it off with one last speaker, one last master teacher who speaks about this topic. He has many books about it. I highly recommend that you guys go check him out. A lot of his books are free on the, I think the US Library of Congress, maybe. So we're gonna watch him and see what he says about the mothership, what he says about the UFOs, aliens, extraterrestrials.